Imagine a world where a single decision can tip the scales of global power. That's what we're facing with China's reported agreement with Iran. This isn't just some regional pact, it's a potential game changer that could reshape global trade, energy, and political stability for decades to come. Buckle up, folks, because things are about to get interesting. This 25-year strategic partnership between China and Iran has been brewing for a while, but recent developments suggest it's moving into high gear, and the implications are massive. This deal is like a geopolitical earthquake, sending shockwaves across the globe. We're talking about a fundamental shift in the balance of power, with the potential to create new alliances and reshape existing ones. Now, the exact details of this deal are still a bit murky. It's like they're negotiating in a smoke-filled room, except the room is probably a luxurious palace in Beijing, and the smoke is from some really expensive incense. But here's what we've pieced together so far. It's a broad strategic partnership, focusing on economic cooperation. And when we say broad, we mean it covers everything from energy to infrastructure to technology. The negotiations for this deal have been going on for years, but things seem to have accelerated recently. Maybe it's the rising tensions between the US and China, or maybe it's the war in Ukraine that's got everyone scrambling for new alliances. Whatever the reason, one thing is clear. This deal is a major priority for both countries. For Iran, this deal is a lifeline. They've been hammered by US sanctions for years, and their economy is feeling the squeeze. This partnership with China offers them a way out, a chance to access Chinese capital and markets and reduce their dependence on the West. It's a win-win situation, really. For China, it's about securing its energy future, expanding its global influence, and sticking it to the US all at the same time. And for Iran, it's about economic survival and a chance to thumb their noses at the West. So, why is China so keen on cozying up to Iran? Well, for starters, Iran is sitting on a gold mine of natural resources. We're talking about the world's second largest natural gas reserves and the fourth largest oil reserves. And guess who happens to be the world's biggest energy consumer? That's right, China. But it's not just about the oil and gas. Iran's geographic location is also incredibly strategic. It sits right smack in the middle of China's Belt and Road Initiative, a massive infrastructure project that aims to connect Asia to Europe and Africa. Think of it as a modern-day Silk Road, but with more high-speed rail and fewer camels. By investing in Iran's infrastructure, China can create a land bridge that connects its vast industrial heartland to markets in the Middle East, Europe, and beyond. It's like a geopolitical game of Risk, and China is making a bold move to control the board. So, you see, this deal is about much more than just energy. It's about China securing its future, both economically and geopolitically. And it's about Iran finding a powerful friend in a world that's increasingly hostile. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, or should I say the dragon and the Persian cat in the room. This China-Iran deal has huge geopolitical implications. It's like throwing a grenade into an already volatile region and then watching the sparks fly. The US is obviously not thrilled about this whole thing. They've been trying to isolate Iran for years, and now China's coming along and throwing them an economic lifeline. It's like trying to ground your teenager, and then their rich friend comes along and gives them a credit card. Not exactly what you had in mind, right? We can expect some strong reactions from the US, possibly more sanctions, increased military presence in the region, and a whole lot of angry rhetoric. They might even try to pressure their allies to distance themselves from Iran, but that might be a tough sell. Then there's Europe, which is stuck between a rock and a hard place. They want to preserve the Iran nuclear deal, but they're also wary of angering the US. It's a delicate balancing act, and this China-Iran deal just made it a whole lot trickier. Section 5. The Ukraine War's Impact Accelerating Partnerships. You can't talk about this China-Iran deal without mentioning the war in Ukraine. It's like the elephant in the room, except this elephant is wearing a gas mask and carrying a rocket launcher. This war has shaken the global order to its core, exposing the fragility of alliances and the volatility of the energy market. For China, the war in Ukraine is a wake-up call. It shows just how quickly the United States and its allies can turn on a dime and impose crippling sanctions. It's a stark reminder that relying too heavily on the West for energy and trade can be a risky proposition. The war has also highlighted the importance of securing alternative energy sources. With Russia's gas exports in jeopardy, China is looking for ways to diversify its energy portfolio. And Iran, with its vast reserves of oil and gas, is looking like an increasingly attractive option. This is where the China-Iran deal comes in. It's a way for China to hedge its bets, to reduce its dependence on the West, and secure its energy future. It's about creating a new global order, one where the United States is no longer calling all the shots. Section 6. Global Reactions, a mixed bag of anxiety and opportunity. So, how is the rest of the world reacting to this China-Iran love fest? Well, it's a mixed bag. Some are anxious, some are opportunistic, and some are just trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Let's start with the Middle East. The Saudis and the Israelis are definitely not popping champagne over this deal. They see Iran as a regional rival, a bad actor that needs to be kept in check. This closer relationship between China and Iran is their worst nightmare, a potential game-changer that could tilt the balance of power in the region. Russia, on the other hand, is probably loving this. They've been cozying up to China for a while now, and this deal just furthers their shared goal of challenging United States hegemony. It's a classic case of the enemy of my enemy is my friend. And right now the United States is looking like everyone's enemy. Other countries are taking a more wait-and-see approach. They recognize the potential risks of this China-Iran partnership, but they also see potential opportunities. After all, when two economic powerhouses like China and Iran start working together, there's bound to be some spillover benefits. Section 7, the future of the China-Iran partnership, a new world order. So, what does the future hold for this China-Iran partnership? Well, it's hard to say for sure. It's like trying to predict the weather a year in advance. But one thing is clear, this deal has the potential to reshape the global landscape in profound ways. We could see a new Cold War emerge, this time between the United States and its allies on one side and China, Russia, and Iran on the other. Or we could see a more multipolar world where power is more evenly distributed among different blocks of countries. One thing is for sure, the days of United States dominance are numbered. The world is becoming increasingly multipolar, with new centers of power emerging. The China-Iran deal is just the latest sign of this shifting global landscape. This deal is a reminder that the world is a complex and ever-changing place. Alliances shift, new players emerge, and the old rules no longer apply. It's a time of great uncertainty, but also a time of great opportunity. The only question is, who will seize the moment and shape the future? Section 8. Conclusion, a crossroads in history. We stand at a crossroads in history. The decisions made today will determine the course of the world for decades to come. The China-Iran deal is a stark reminder of this reality. It's a bold move by both countries, a gamble that could pay off big time or backfire spectacularly. This deal is a sign of the times, a symptom of a world that's growing increasingly weary of United States dominance. It's a sign that the old rules no longer apply, and that the future is up for grabs. So buckle up, folks. It's going to be a bumpy ride. But hey, at least it won't be boring.